good, everybody? It's your boy Everton. So today we're talking about how me going to an AT&T store and looking for a line, a postpaid line, premium line, that experience with the sales representative convinced me to order Mint Mobile. Let's go ahead and get into it. And FYI guys, there is a link to Mint Mobile in the description. If you guys do want to click on it, it'll take you right to their homepage and show you any deals that they have. So guys, just a little FYI, I do have a couple mobile virtual network or prepaid carriers that I subscribe to. Currently, I do have Mint Mobile and Visible Wireless. Now, Visible Wireless is owned by Verizon, and it is their kind of prepaid service, and they use Verizon's towers, obviously, to give you guys talk, text, and data. And that was something that I signed up for because I liked the simplicity of the plan. It was unlimited everything, talk, text, data, and unlimited hotspotting, although it was capped at 5 Mbps or megabits per second. So let's go ahead and talk about why I was looking to replace Visible Wireless. So essentially when I got Visible Wireless, it seemed like a really great plan. Speeds weren't the fastest in the world, but it was definitely good enough to give me, you know, HD video. It supported everything that I needed to do. So I was originally happy. Recently though, I did move into an apartment complex from a home, and the speeds have continuously getting a lot slower. In fact, oftentimes throughout the day, I'll run speed tests. The most I'll really be able to get is maybe 4 Mbps down, but other than that, it's usually like 0 point something Mbps down. It's really slow. And recently I even made a video about me deciding to leave the service to go to get another prepaid carrier. I was all about that prepaid carrier life. So I had been doing my research, trying to figure out, hey, where do I want to go? Now, granted, guys, I had already been on Mint Mobile and I'm very happy with the service, but I didn't want to test the second line out, and I didn't want it to be on T-Mobile, like a T-Mobile prepaid carrier, because I had already had a phone, an account, Mint Mobile, that was already using their towers. That's kind of why I went with Visible, because it would give me access to Verizon's towers. It's just that the service was so slow, I needed to figure out another option. So I started looking at AT&T mobile virtual network operators, their prepaid plans, and I started to look at some options. Now, the thing is that I actually have AT&T home Wi-Fi, home internet, and they actually gave me a 25% discount if I were to get a cellular line as well. So I was like, okay, well, the price would almost be the same if I were to set up or basically sign up for Cricket, which is their prepaid, AT&T's prepaid. So I was like, okay, well, why not pay an extra $3 and get priority data? That would get, you know, it would cost me the same. I'd have to pay a little bit more, but you know what? It just makes financial sense to pay the extra $3 to get the small perks that are there, like being able to go to a store, etc. So that's what I did. I actually drove down to an AT&T store. I'll give you guys a location. It's off the street called Petranco in San Antonio, and off Petranco is 1604, right next to a Planet Fitness, right? So either way, so I get there, I walk in, and there are a couple sales representatives there, really nice people. They walk up to me and they tell me, hey, you know, how can I help you? And I tell them that I want a line for my, you know, my service. They look up my information and they say, yeah, you get a discount, so like 25%, so on and so forth. So while she's looking up my data and, you know, doing her thing, I literally go over to the table where they have all these phones set up, right? Now they're all connected to Wi-Fi. So I went to the settings, turn off Wi-Fi, and there's no service. I was like, okay, that's odd, you know, but whatever. So I talked to the representative and I told her, I said, hey, my main concern is I'm actually trying to replace another line that I have that didn't get good speeds. How are the speeds that you get if you have the service? She says, I'm not gonna lie, because this is a very busy street, sometimes it slows down, but everywhere else, I'm pretty good. So I said, okay, that sounds great. So I was like, well, how can I test out the service? Because I see all these are only Wi-Fi, they don't have any lines active. So she says, oh, I can get my phone. So while she walks back to the desk and gets her phone, I run a quick speed test on my Mint Mobile phone, right? Now, I'm not gonna tell you what I got on Mint Mobile just yet. I'm gonna tell you what she got first. Now, she came over with her phone. She had an iPhone 12 Max, right? It was a big one, big old phone. I recognize it, I'm into technology. So she said she didn't know how to run it. I said, oh, just type in, you know, go to your webpage and type in speed test, and then it ran the Google speed test. And she got down about 3.76, and that's me being generous. So let's bump it down that she gets 4 megabits per second, right? I'm just gonna be generous. It never hit 4, but I'm going to be very generous here. Okay, let's give her 4. I showed her, I was like, wow, that's kind of concerning because, and I pulled out my Mint Mobile phone that ran the exact same speed test in that exact same location, and mine was at 356 point something down, right? Literally almost 100 times more than what she was able to get. And she said to me, well, I'm on their mid-tier plan. Now they do have 3 plans. There's a starter plan, an elite plan, and I believe an elite plus. Don't quote me on that. But she said, oh, well, I'm on the mid-tier plan. I didn't want to like kind of argue. My point wasn't to try to make her feel terrible about this service I wasn't performing great right now. But the truth is that I'm on a mobile virtual network operator, which is almost getting 100 times more speed than you're able to get. It probably was. Once again, I'm giving her a little bit of grace for the 4 just because of whatever. But I watched her run that speed test, and it was pretty. It wasn't fast as Mint Mobile. So I pulled out my phone, which I have a Galaxy S21 that I was using with Visible, and I ran a speed test with Visible. Visible speed test was less than 1 megabit per second. I believe it was about 0.76 down. Now, granted, I didn't take a photo of this woman's phone. This was her personal line. And even though there was no information there on the phone itself, it wasn't something that I thought was appropriate to do. So you guys are just gonna have to take my word for this. I told her, hey, listen, thank you for your time. I'm gonna do a little bit more research to see where I wanna go from here. But my thought process was, in that area, Mint Mobile was getting 356 megabits down per second. AT&T's postpaid plan, their mid-tier plan, a prioritized plan above, maybe not the most prioritized, but it's still a prioritized based on MVNOs, but it looked excellent for Mint Mobile. Now, granted, I didn't see the purpose in getting Mint Mobile 2 times, but I needed a second line. People had already been contacting me on the second line. Once in a while, it's another option. And having a second line, to me, just in case your battery dies out and you're not around a charger or a backup phone or something like that, it's always a good idea. So I went home and I actually ordered Mint Mobile. I'm actually gonna throw up the order for Mint Mobile on the screen. Just as proof. It was that convincing that I ordered it 2 lines for Mint Mobile. Well, that's my second line. But either way, guys, yeah, that's essentially what did happen. I am loving Mint Mobile. I am convinced that it is the best service for me. The places that I travel a lot to, which are, I'm in San Antonio, I go to Dallas, Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. These places, they all have great service. My mom went to New Jersey, in Newton, New Jersey, in the sticks of New Jersey, and she has Mint Mobile. She had great reception. And the places that I go, and I know Mint Mobile may not be excellent everywhere. They're not great in Alaska. I can tell you that because T-Mobile's not over there. But at the same time, guys, you have to make a personal decision for you. And as far as 5G, Mint Mobile is killing it. So anyway, I just want to share that quick, brief story. It was so good. It just reassured me that I should have service with Mint Mobile. I feel like I made the best decision. Not only are the speeds good, but it's just a really good company. I'm not going to even BS you about anything. Call quality, great. Service, super speedy. Customer service, friendly. Referral program, amazing. App, simple. Pricing is great. Everything about it is great, guys. If you guys do want to check out Mint Mobile, there's a link in the description. You guys can check it out. But yeah, that's about it. Definitely check out Mint Mobile. It's a great service. So nice, I bought it twice. But until next time, guys, I'm Everton, and I do videos Everton's way. Peace.